You were ignored when you spoke the truth. You were dismissed when you offered value. You were underestimated, overlooked, stepped on, silenced, because you made one crucial mistake. You didn't feed their ego. You thought being right was enough. You thought truth would carry its own power. You thought merit would open doors. But this world isn't governed by truth. It is governed by perception. And perception bows to the altar of ego. Power doesn't belong to the most talented. It belongs to the most strategic. Influence doesn't go to the loudest voice. It goes to the one who whispers exactly what their target wants to hear. And right now, as you sit in the shadows of your potential, I'm going to hand you a weapon, a psychological dagger. And when you understand how to use it, you'll never be powerless again. Ego is the most sacred shrine in the human mind. It is the mirror people polish more than their morals. It is the core of identity, the seat of vanity, the child we all nurture. And the most powerful individuals, CEOs, politicians, gatekeepers, manipulators, kings, all need their egos fed more than their bodies need oxygen. If you ignore someone's ego, they will resist you. But if you stroke it, feed it, amplify it, they will hand you everything. Their time, their money, their loyalty, their power. Not because you're better than them, because you made them feel better than themselves. Let that sink in. The metaphor, the lion tamer. You don't defeat a lion by roaring louder. You don't fight it tooth for tooth. You master it by knowing what it responds to. You offer the raw meat of praise, of admiration, of flattery. Not because the lion is noble, but because it's predictable. That's how the Roman gladiators survived the arena. They didn't just wield blades. They wielded understanding. They controlled perception. They made monsters feel majestic even as they looped the chains around their necks. And so must you. You want power? Then you must learn to tame egos like lions. People walk around with a mental portrait of themselves. They believe they are wise, misunderstood, unique, destined for greatness. Your job is to be the reflection of that image. If they see themselves as rebels, admire their courage. If they see themselves as intellectuals, marvel at their insights. If they see themselves as victims, validate their pain. Become the mirror that flatters their fantasy. Say it with your eyes. Say it with your tone. Let them feel seen even if it's a manufactured illusion. Because the moment someone feels understood, they let down their guard. And when the guard is down, you walk in and plant the seed of control. Flattery isn't just a compliment. It's a drug. And every addict has a dealer. Be that dealer. But here's the catch. Don't just inflate their ego. Weaponize it. Tell them, you're the only one who could pull this off. No one else gets it like you do. I've never met anyone with your insight. What happens next? They feel chosen, empowered, elevated. Now ask for something. That's when they give you their time, their favor, their endorsement, their secrets, because now they're not helping you, they're affirming their own greatness. And people will do anything to protect the image you've painted of them. Here's the twist. People don't want to follow you. They want to feel like they are the reason you succeeded. So reverse the spotlight. Make your boss feel like his leadership inspired your results. Make your investor feel like her vision shaped your company. Make the gatekeeper feel like they're opening the kingdom for a noble cause. Let them play God, and you'll walk through heaven's doors. Because the more they believe they are essential to your rise, the more invested they become in keeping you close. Give their ego a feast, then take it away. Make your praise inconsistent. Withdraw your approval. Watch them chase it like a gambler chasing one last win. This is the dark art of intermittent reinforcement. It builds obsession. One day compliment their genius. The next go silent. Then praise something trivial. Then ignore them entirely. They won't know where they stand with you. And in that uncertainty, they'll become psychologically dependent. They'll seek your approval, your validation. They'll want to earn it back. And now you control the currency they crave. If you want to be liked, be honest. If you want to be feared, be right. But if you want to be obeyed, feed their ego like it's a royal banquet. Make people feel important. Make them feel irreplaceable. Make them believe you need them while you quietly position yourself above them. Because once they are emotionally invested in the image you've reflected, they will do anything to preserve it. That's when influence becomes effortless. That's when manipulation becomes art. That's when power is no longer something you chase. It's something you hold. Real-world power players use this every day. Steve Jobs made every designer feel like they were changing the world. JFK made every voter feel like they were part of a movement. Napoleon crowned himself emperor, but made his soldiers feel like they were the reason for his rise. And you? You have that same power. Not because you were born with it, but because now you understand the rules of the psychological chessboard. Every move you make is now intentional, calculated, deadly. Control the room without ever raising your voice. You no longer need to shout. You no longer need to beg. You no longer need to prove your worth. You control the puppet strings, because now you speak the secret language of power, ego manipulation. You will walk into rooms and see the invisible threats. You will hear what people really want behind their words: respect, significance, recognition. And you will give it to them, not freely but strategically. You will make them crave your praise like addicts crave the needle. And when you whisper the right words at the right time, they will say yes before they even realize why. Take action now. 5 immediate tactics. Craft compliments with precision. Don't say you're smart. Say, you always notice what others miss. Build them into your story. Frame them as mentors, saviors, or heroes in your narrative. Control access to your approval. Don't praise too often. Make your validation rare and addictive. Ask for advice, then praise their wisdom. It gives them superiority while deepening your influence. Echo their language back to them. Mirror their metaphors, beliefs, even their tone. It builds subconscious trust. Remember this law until it burns into your bones. People will betray facts, logic, loyalty, even reality itself, before they betray their own ego. So feed it. Feed it until they're drunk on their own reflection. Feed it until they believe you are the one who sees their soul. Then take what you need, because they won't even notice it's gone. You are not here to be liked. You are not here to wait for permission. You are not here to play the honest fool while lesser minds rule the game. You are here to dominate, to rise, to control. You've been ignored for too long. You've been silenced by humility. You've handed your power to people less worthy, because you thought they'd reward your truth. Now you know better. Now you see the strings. Now you hold the dagger. Use it. Walk back into the world and speak the language of power. Mirror their greatness. Magnify their image. Make them feel immortal. And in doing so, you become untouchable. Feed their ego, and they will feed your empire.